Why is it so hard to talk about sex? Well, maybe it's because we feel judged, rejected, scorned, ashamed, embarrassed, afraid, inadequate, uncomfortable, vulnerable. That's a lot to handle. This is going to be an introductory video of sorts into the topic I hope to talk a lot about in future videos. You might not get any specific tips or tricks, but I want you to go away with the knowledge that if you are struggling with sex and intimacy in your marriage, you are certainly not alone. One reason why you might be feeling so frustrated is because our society is so messed up when it comes to talking about sex. On the one hand, we live in a completely oversexed world, where posters of half-naked women are plastered all over our malls, and where it's almost impossible to find a TV show or a movie without completely unrealistic sexual scenes. And on the other hand, we almost never talk about the real aspects of sex, let alone with our closest friends. And even then, it's in hushed tones behind shielding hands. When was the last time you asked your friend how she manages to achieve an orgasm, or how they have sex with their kids co-sleeping in their bed every night? We are simply living in a world which is telling us many, many lies about sex. And by not talking about it, we are perpetuating the problem that everyone feels like they're not doing it right. What's right? I've certainly never been able to master having sex on a kitchen counter or up against a wall, but that's what you see in show after show after show. No stopping to have a shower or fumbling around to find a condom. No doorbells, no waking kids, no cluttered minds or bits that won't perform. In a large study published by the Journal of the American Medical Association, it was reported that 43% of women and 31% of men are experiencing persistent sexual problems. That's just crazy and certainly not what the media is portraying. So this is why we need to talk about how it really is. When sex isn't spoken about very often, we can take the little bits of information that are shared and totally blow them out of proportion. I remember a while ago, I had a coworker who made this offhanded comment about having a little sex every day. I was like, every day? I mean, at that point in our marriage, we hadn't had sex in almost a year. I felt totally ashamed and embarrassed that sex just wasn't coming so effortlessly and naturally in my own marriage. By talking about sex more often, we make it normal, not shameful or pornographic or something to hide. And frankly, the more we talk about sex, the more we'll talk about sex with our spouse, and the only way to have great sex is to talk about it. So this is why I'm putting myself out there. Is it hard? Totally. Did I think about how to word this video for weeks? Hell yes! But I have to. It is such an important part of marriage. How could I possibly exclude it from a website that's called Growing Marriage? I remember a while ago I was conducting a workshop about marriage, and I completely excluded anything to do with intimacy or sex because I was scared. I was terrified, even though I know it's a #1 challenge for many marriages, including mine. Someone thankfully asked me in the questions and answers portion of the workshop why I had excluded the topic. And I just fumbled around and said something pretty lame, but I'm so glad they spoke up because it's inspired me to make this video and continue to talk about sex with other people. So whoever you are, thank you so much. So in my own small way to get the conversation started about real sex and marriage, let me leave you with a quotation from Michelle Weiner Davis in her excellent book, The Sex Starved Marriage. Sex is an extremely important part of marriage. When it's good, it offers couples opportunity to give and receive physical pleasure, to connect emotionally and spiritually. It builds closeness, intimacy, and a sense of partnership. It defines their relationship as different from all others. Sex is a powerful tie that binds. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave me a comment and let me know how you might struggle in this department. And if you found this video helpful or useful, please share the love. I'd love to just populate the whole internet with positive messages about sex. Thanks for watching. Bye!